life must be told about two ladies that are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. They like to chat and cook and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesdays on Facebook Live, that one. You'll never know what will happen when Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. Woo! We're here, and I think we almost started on time, and we're learning our words, and this is great. So today's Chat, Cook, and Pray is brought to you by Bethel United Church of Christ on Harvard Road in Kansas City. And no matter where you are on life's journey, you are always welcomed right here. And we're glad to see you today. And today, I'm real excited because Marty's making German meatballs. And my mom used to make German meatballs. And I love them. And she also has given me quite the theses to read today. So we're going to have to get started because there are so many things to learn. If you want to get a pencil and paper and take notes like you're in some kind of class, you're welcome to do that. So here she goes. It's all Marty's right now.
Okay, well, we're going to start off by mixing up our 1.5 pounds of hamburger and a 1/2 pound of pork sausage, ground pork. There it is.
Hi, Kathy Korn. Hi, Linda Stecklin. Hi, Michelle Schott. And that's Marty's sister.
Yes. Okay, and then the 1/2 pound of ground beef. Come out, come out.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that.
I remember
I'm
this.
glad you're not a vegetarian.
I remember this. Mom, of course, she was German through and through and loved German recipes. And whenever she would cook one of her German dishes, German meatballs was one. And then she used to do the red cabbage. I love that. And German potato salad. And
see, I bought it just for you.
oh, you bought the red cabbage.
Yes.
I thought we were going to have kraut.
No, this is apples. I made these.
Oh, that's apples.
I made this, and we're going to have this for our dessert today.
Oh my goodness.
Fresh.
Okay, so I'm going to get the red cabbage
Yes, you are.
with this. Now, did it normally call for the other kraut?
Yes, it did.
Okay, because that's what I always ate it with.
You
Was
whined.
I didn't whine. That's what I used to eat German meatballs with, is the other kraut. But I told you I loved red cabbage too.
Yeah, well,
So it might taste different.
It might. It might.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're just going to mash this stuff up. And to this, I'm going to stir in a 1/2 cup of finely chopped onion, and I will put in 3/4 of a cup of dried breadcrumbs after I get this stuff all kind of mixed together.
Okay.
So while I'm doing this lovely portion,
Okay.
you can
I
probably
can talk. I'm going to say hi to Vicky. Hi to Bill Wooten.
Oh,
We're
Bill's
getting
back this
we're doing German meatballs. So, and here I'm giving you a definition of a meatball, which I think is overkill. A meatball is ground meat rolled into a small ball, sometimes along with other ingredients, breadcrumbs, onion, eggs. I don't want to do all that. I might confuse you when she gives you the rest of the ingredients here. There are many types of meatballs using different types of meats. And the term is sometimes extended to meatless versions. Well, why would you call a meatless version a meatball?
Because it's
fish balls.
Yeah, and
or
there's vegan
veggie
versions,
balls.
and we're not having any of those.
Okay.
Nah.
It says the Chinese recipe for joy meatballs is derived from Shandong cuisine. You don't have to take that down on your notes. The ancient Roman cookbook Apicius included many meatball recipes. So I think the Chinese thing was
we know there were meatballs back as far as 221 BC. And some of the early recipes included some of the earliest known Persian cookbooks. Featured seasoned lamb rolled into orange-sized balls and glazed with egg yolk, sometimes saffron. And so, man, that would be a big meatball. Pomme d'orange is a gilded meatball dish from the Middle Ages. I thought gilded meant gold.
Maybe it was.
Maybe it's a gold meatball. Okay. So anyway, when you what did you just add?
I just added in half a cup of onions.
Okay.
Finish scraping them out here. Okay. The onions. Oh wow. I cut them up this morning. They made me cry.
I can smell them.
Yeah.
But man, I think you need a big spatula to stir that stuff. That's tough. That meat needed to be warmer.
Well, I know.
But that's okay. So she's added onions. And is there a while before you add something else, or?
Well, now I'm just going to go ahead and stir in 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm using panko for that.
Okay.
As you know, I probably like that a lot.
Okay, so 3/4 cup of panko.
Yes. Let me pour that into. I think I'm going to fill my second package of this up. Oh.
No, I think you got just the perfect amount.
I think it's going to be just
Oh, wow.
fine. Hey,
That's
cool.
great.
Cool.
Yeah, this is her cute little cup that just cracks me up.
It has the measurements here, so no
On the
matter which way
inside.
you hold it.
Yes. Okay,
can
so there's
see.
the panko.
And then you discovered this.
I know.
The inside
It's just
is
too cute.
What did we decide?
Another little measuring thing for
Yeah,
for
they gave us
teaspoons or
the-
something. I
they
think it's
gave-
tablespoons and teaspoons maybe.
Yeah, it made us. It told us how much, but we
Yeah.
can't. Oh, it's right there by my thumb. 2 tablespoons is
2
inside.
tablespoons in that little green thing.
Oh, I can use that later. Hey, what the heck?
Okay, I'm going to throw this away.
Oh, okay, that's a good thing, probably. I'm gonna close up
Alright.
this box, so I
Okay.
don't make a worse mess over
So
here.
then the panko. What else? Do you need some time to stir, and you want me to read some more, or what?
So read some more because I
Okay.
need to stir this stuff in here.
Okay, so this is going to be a quick, I'm going to go over, and it's almost like in alphabetical order, but there's a bunch of countries we're going to hit. So, okay. Albanian fried meatballs include feta cheese. In Austria, fried meatballs are called Fleischlebecken. I don't know if I said that right. In Belgium, meatballs are usually made of a mixture of beef and pork with breadcrumbs, and that's no different than what we got. And then they have many other different kinds of meat and chopped vegetables. In Bosnia and Serbia and Herzegovina, meatballs are made from ground beef and served with mashed potatoes. Okay, no big deal. Let's see, this one makes it too. They can shout that. I don't care about that. Croatian. And if it just tells me what they're served with and they're typically made with ground beef, I'm not going to read
them.
them.
Cut out all the really fun words.
Danish meatballs are typically fried and made out of ground pork, veal, onions, eggs, salt, and pepper. Formed into balls and flattened somewhat so they are pan ready. Oh, that's an interesting thing, to flatten them so they fry better. However, the Danish cuisine also includes other versions, typically with rice, and smaller meatballs used in soup with Danish dumplings. In Finland, meatballs are made with ground beef, reindeer meat, mixed with bread.
Meat. Santa better be watching out.
Mixed with breadcrumbs soaked in milk, finely chopped onions, French onion soup ready mix. They are seasoned with white pepper and salt, served with gravy, potatoes, lingonberry jam, and pickled cucumber.
They put jam with them?
Well, that's what they serve them with.
Well,
Lingonberry jam and sometimes pickled cucumbers.
Ooh.
In France, here, my favorite language, meatballs are known as boulet de viande. They're made of beef, pork, onions, bacon, eggs, bread, and you can serve them plain or with cream sauce. In Germany, well, we're doing Germany.
Yeah.
Meatballs are mostly known as Fleischkugel or Frikadel, and then some other big word, and boulette or klops. A very famous variant of meatballs are Königsberger klops, which contain anchovy and salted herring, and are eaten with caper sauce. Ooh. Okay, turkey means around. That just tells you what's in their meatballs. Oh, in Hungary they also have the liver dumpling. A liver
A
dumpling.
liver dumpling.
Ooh, that's
Ew.
popular in soups.
Oh, in soup. What in the world?
I
would
don't
you
know.
look
What'd
at?
you just add?
I added parsley, and I didn't bring the fresh parsley because I got lazy.
Okay,
this
so
morning.
how much parsley did you
I
have?
put in 2 tablespoons of
tablespoons.
the dry because
Okay.
it's, you know,
Okay. Have you started your hot plate?
no, it won't take
Oh,
long for it
okay.
to get.
In Italy, meatballs are generally eaten as a main course. Well, I thought meatballs are always usually, unless I guess you're doing the little meatballs with the toothpicks for a cocktail.
Or you're using it for your soup.
Yeah. Then they go into main ingredients of Italian meatballs, which is usually beef, pork, or poultry. What else is there? Or sausage. Romano cheese and breadcrumbs. They are typically the size of marbles in this province of Teramo. That'd be such a little. I'd just
Oh
throw
my
a
gosh, I
whole.
don't want to make those.
I'd pour a whole handful in my mouth. And
Before or after you cooked them.
now, in Russia, they can be made with chicken, pork, beef, or fish. So that's a fish ball. Some have rice, potatoes, and other vegetables mixed in. And then they just serve them with a side of mashed taters or noodles. And we're going to have mashed taters
Yes,
today.
we are.
Yummy. And then I see Kathy. Of course, Kathy was on first, and she's saying hi to Sally. So Sally's on here someplace.
Oh.
Okay, now this is kind of fun. In Sweden, meatballs are meat buns, and they come in a few different types. Why would you call the meat a meat bun? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. They're all typically small, and the international influence is great. Perhaps the greatest from Sweden and Spain. They're usually eaten with potatoes or pasta. And then they tell you some common additions, the vegetables, ketchup, various spices. Finely chopped fried onions. They are seasoned with white pepper or allspice and salt. Swedish meatballs are traditionally served with gravy, boiled potatoes, also with lingonberry jam, and sometimes pickled cucumber. Well, we already said that. They're small. They're about 0.8 to 1.2 inches in diameter. That is small. Although larger meatballs are served in restaurants.
Well, good. I need to pay that much money for a.
Okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell me what all you've added since the last time we talked.
I added in a teaspoon and a half of salt, and I added some pepper, and I just ground some fresh pepper and put it in.
Okay.
And I'm stirring in the egg now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be adding in garlic. A teaspoon of garlic and 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Yes.
Okay. In 2018, a Swedish Twitter account claimed that what we know as Swedish meatballs are based on a Turkish recipe, and King Charles XII used food as a way to help boost relationships between the two countries. All right. In Turkey, meatballs are extremely popular, and there are very many different versions. Meatballs in Turkey are usually made with ground lamb. There we go again. Here, I'll do that. You got to keep working, don't you? Okay, made with ground lamb or a mix of ground beef and lamb. Variants are mostly named after their traditional cities. So they also have a vegan version of the meatball. And when she gets back, I'm going to have her tell you what she's doing now. Okay. She's being so kind to whoever called.
Oh, they wanted us to put an ad in some magazine.
Oh, okay. Did you turn it off so it won't ring again? I will.
You're going to turn it off? Okay, I'm putting in the garlic now. And I'm going to put in a teaspoon of garlic. And here we go. Make sure I get enough garlic. 1 teaspoon of garlic. Have you figured out how to turn it off?
I just turned the volume down, I guess.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out earlier, so.
Okay. Alright, so it better not ring. Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
so you put in your garlic.
And then I'm gonna stir in the Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Oops.
Now, are you gonna need help making meatballs, or are you gonna make all that into meatballs?
Yeah,
Well, with just your two hands?
well, that's all I
Go
got.
ahead, put it in the Worcestershire. Well, I was gonna say, I will help, I washed my hands.
Good, I am so glad that you would help.
Okay,
I'm gonna measure, look, I'm using the little thing that says that it's 2
Two.
tablespoons.
there we go.
How cool is that?
There you go, you didn't even need to use your little tablespoon thing.
Nope, I didn't.
And you can just set it down in the thing.
Yep, there we go.
All
Close it
right,
and set it to the
so
side.
she's stirring.
Stirring. And I've got to just add my milk in, and then we're gonna be ready to make meatballs.
Now, where's the milk?
It's in my little
Oh, there you
glass
go.
jar,
Little
measured
glass
out
jar.
already.
Okay,
Pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. I measured it out.
I'm sure
this
you
morning.
did. Okay,
did.
while she's stirring, the last thing she's gonna add is milk, and how much milk is that?
Half a cup.
Half a cup. And then we're gonna make meatballs. Okay. Most meatball recipes found in the Americas are derived from European cuisine influences. Italian, Iberian, and Nordic. In Brazil, all of a sudden we go back to some other countries. In Brazil, meatballs are derived from Italian influences. Okay.
Because that's from the Americas.
In the Canadian province of Quebec, meatballs are the main component of a traditional dish called ragout de boulet.
I figured it was pretty close to French, so you could read
Yeah,
that one.
meatball stew. The same thing as I've read before. In Mexico, are commonly served with light broth and vegetables with a mild chipotle sauce. In the United States, meatballs are commonly derived from the European cuisine influence and served with spaghetti, on pizza, or on a sub. In the southern United States, venison or beef is also mixed with spices and baked into large meatballs. Another variation called porcupine meatballs. I know those with rice. I remember
Ugh.
making porcupine meatballs.
Well, I think I like them better with pork and beef.
Several varieties of meatball pizza exist. Okay, now here is something from the Middle East and South Asia. Kofta is a type of meatball or dumpling that's widely distributed in Middle Eastern and South Asian, Mediterranean, and Balkan cuisines. Koftas, Koftas, consists of balls or fingers of minced ground beef or lamb. They also have a vegetarian product. In Afghanistan, meatballs are used as a traditional dish with homemade soups. And Armenian stewed meatballs and vegetable stew is a classic dish that's often poured over rice. Let's see. In Iran, several types of meatballs are consumed. They're cooked in a stew. Both types are consumed with bread or rice. Oh, I like this. In Syria, meatballs are grilled on the charcoal with or without eggplants. Ugh. And cooked in a stew with potato. Let's see. Where's the big meatball you talked
Oh,
about?
it was in that description, I think, at the first. Or
I
maybe
never
didn't
saw
get
it. 7-inch
Look at the
meatball.
At the very last, maybe I chopped.
Oh,
that
here
up.
it is.
Okay.
Okay, and Iran is what made me think of it. Many regional variations exist. Iran's northwestern region has an average diameter. Take some guesses here. A diameter of a meatball, 7.9 inches. That's more like a meatloaf. Okay, so here's Sharon Hansen. Hello, Sally Whitaker. Hi, Sal. Sally Narr. Hi, Sally. Jamie Elder. Hi, Jamie.
Oh, good.
And let's see. Okay, everybody else I think I've said hi to, unless it was somebody that came before Sally Whitaker because I was busy reading. Okay, so there, it looks like you got it.
I think so.
Okay, now do you need me to come back around there? This is
Yeah.
gonna be scary.
Yes, it is.
We've not rolled meatballs together before.
No, and we might never again, so just enjoy the occasion.
Do you even have it on?
It doesn't take any time at all.
Oh.
On. Function.
Function,
Junction.
function, junction. Okay, that's gonna have to go in the middle, or get closer to me, or maybe I need some in a little bowl myself. How big do you make them?
Well, I will show you.
Okay.
You're gonna make them right about this big.
About like that.
Yeah, because that way they'll cook better.
Okay, we better be
And then-
throwing these buggers in here. It's gonna take a while. Okay, if you guys want to entertain yourselves
While you watch us.
while you watch us do meatballs, or if you're making the dish, this is your time to make meatballs too.
Yeah.
But it's quite gooey.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah, it's very soft. It makes a very soft meatball. Now tell them why you decided to do this today. What's
Well,
your
actually-
big news?
Well, I can start eating things that are loose. Are loose.
You mean
that-
soft.
Soft, yes.
Thank you.
I can start eating some soft things, and that's in preparation to be able to eat a steak on the 28th.
Oh, steak is a lot different than this soft, mushy meatball.
I know. He says I can try that before I next see him.
Okay, here we go. They're cooking away. Oh man, I think they're gonna be good.
I hope so. It would be terrible if we fixed this much and they were bad.
I was gonna say, yeah, if they're bad, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, the first one.
I'll tell you, if you guys were here for last week's Jamaican stew, was it ever great? It was phenomenal.
Yes, and you.
And I took it home and I served it at, we watched the Chiefs, that's sad. We watched the Chiefs lose on Sunday, but we had Jamaican beef stew over rice. I had my sister and brother-in-law up and they loved it. Okay, hey, we're pretty good at this.
Yeah, we are. You
But
didn't
we've gotta be careful. You know how easy it'd be for us to go into a food fight.
I'm just getting ready to say we haven't even had a food fight. But man, this stuff was really. But
Oh.
we have to clean the mess up. I
Yeah,
don't think
that-
that's
no,
a
that
good-
wouldn't be
no,
good.
It's not,
That wouldn't be good.
No. But if we had somebody to clean the mess up, we could,
Right.
you know, that might be a different story.
Oh,
wow.
You're gonna have to move them around, I think.
We're handing my little inside there, that little, to this way, you see that little tong thing? That's it.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I
Okay.
think that will work. Oh, yes, perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, I thought that's what I used at home.
Rolling, 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 meatball.
Oh, guys, some of these weren't ready to turn yet.
That's okay.
Oh, don't do that.
Just don't turn it then.
Yeah.
That one's ready. That one looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, because we're not gonna cook them all the way through. We're just part
Oh,
way.
we're not?
No.
I'm not gonna eat them raw, am I?
No, you wouldn't eat them raw. You won't even eat a raw steak.
No.
I mean,
No, I won't. So what are you talking about?
well, we're
What-
just gonna brown them, and then
we
I
put them in the
pour.
microwave?
No, then we put them out onto a plate,
Yeah.
and then we throw in the sauerkraut, stir that up, and then add them back in.
Oh, and then they steam or we
Yeah, and we put.
put a lid on?
Yeah, we have our magic lid somewhere.
Okay. Oh man, do they smell good?
Yeah, so we just.
Well, I tell you what, we can work together when we have to.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy Corn said this is kind of like chocolates.
Yeah, but we're not eating these. My goodness.
I know. Okay, I think I only got 2 meatballs left.
Okay, I'll find your space for 'em.
Okay.
There's one spot,
There's one little spot.
one little
Spot right there.
Okay.
And dun da da
I
da.
don't know why you thought that one was gonna fit in there. Oh, gee, that smoosh.
That's smooshed. I think they're all pretty much the same size, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Okay, great.
Okay, I'll
Now,
take this.
Yeah, you take that, and then if you would get me one of our paper plates over there,
Yes.
then I can put the little meatballs on that while they're waiting.
Okay. Do you want some paper towels to get the grease?
Oh, it's not gonna be that much.
Okay. Here I come to save the day.
That means the Pastor Karen's on the way.
There. Okay.
All right. All right. Let's put
You
that
wanna
one in
set
there.
it down or you gonna hold it?
Hold it right now, so that and I wanna make some more room for
I was
these
gonna say.
meaty balls.
All right, so how long do we wait after you put the
It's gonna
sour?
take about 20 minutes, so I have another pan over
So-
there
Oh,
that's made with the regular kraut, that's
okay.
for the sample part.
So she's cooking away. She'll take these out and then,
I'm going to,
all right. Okay. Well, actually, I can't believe I pretty much got through all that stuff.
yeah, you did.
There was some repetition, but
I mean, it was unbelievable how many countries
I
have
mean,
meatballs.
yeah, they do. We need to come up with a name for, like the one was For Joy Meatballs. What can we call our meatballs today other than just German meatballs?
No. Well, we could have them as the, well, actually, this is, Pastor Karen isn't seeing this. Oh,
I see it. I turned around just at the right time.
that was so good.
I'm sure it was.
And it was done, it wasn't anything wrong. Oh, wow. This was so good when we had it at home.
Now, is the pan heated up? Are the meatballs heated in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna check that real quick.
Okay.
Pop this in here while I make sure that.
I'm going to turn the meatballs. This is kind of fun. But she doesn't allow me too much time.
Well, no, because I know you. I have been around you. Hey, you know what I've been doing?
No.
I've been making ugly Christmas sweaters
Oh, for our
So
stick
for-
members.
for our stick people in
Yes,
the sanctuary.
in the sanctuary.
I have some really cute ones.
Really cute. That'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Oh,
I mean, there were some I found that were totally inappropriate, and I did not print those on.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure one of these days, if we're doing a worship service and I'm standing up there looking out and I'll see an inappropriate sweater.
Well, no, most of them were appropriate. Most.
Well, I hope all of you are staying well. Let me see if there's anybody that's joined up that I haven't said.
Oh.
Darlene Jurgensen, hi Darlene. And Gabriel Gabby are watching. And Vicky, my sister, she's talking German. Auf Wiedersehen, meatballs.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Any of you who know German, put it up there. I'll see if I can figure out what you mean.
Hey, we need to remind people that this is the 25th of October, that we're inviting the kids to come dressed in Halloween.
That is
costumes to the
correct. That's
parking lot.
also our congregational meeting, and we're still, once we know if we're gonna do it virtual or in the parking lot, but on the 25th of October, we're having the kids, will be out in the parking lot for our service, and we're asking that the kids wear their costumes, and each car, if you will bring some little treats in a bag, and they can trick or treat to the cars. And we think that will be That'll be
It'll
fun.
And the adults can dress up too.
And yeah, adults can dress up too.
I might dress up.
Okay, that might be funny.
I might.
We
I
can-
have lots of
You've
costumes.
done it lots before.
Yep, I did it.
And Kathy Hayes, she can dress up. She
Oh,
dress up.
yes,
So
she's dressed up.
any adults, if you all want to dress up on October 25th in celebration of Halloween, since I think Halloween's going to be again a little different this year, we just figured this would be a safe place for them to come to your cars. Everybody will be masked, and you can set out a bowl of the little sacked candies, and they can pick up their Halloween treat from you.
You know, I think it was last year, I came as Perky, the Hawkeye Eagle.
Yes, you did.
Yes,
I wasn't sure what you were.
yes, I was Perky.
Okay, this is Linda. Coffee on mulch bitta. Bitta is little. A little coffee and cream, I think. The coffee and milk is what you're saying there, girl. Cafe un mulch bitta. Yes, a little bit of milk. I tell you, I'm always so mad at myself that as a child I didn't learn. I mean, because my mom spoke fluent German, and when she
wow.
grew up in her house speaking German and then going to school and speaking English. And there was a time when she asked the three of us girls, "Do you all want to learn German?" And what do you think we said? Nah, we don't. And now I could kick myself, but I've learned a little bit enough just by
Kind of
singing.
like that French.
Singing German songs. Yeah, there were three of us back when we used to go to Turner Hall. I don't know if any of you know about Turner Hall, but that's gymnastics, the Swedish gymnastics group, and we sang "Ja, das ist die Liechtensteiner Polka, mein Schatz." And I was 10 years old or something with Jerry and Joe Rose. And we sang it, and then Paul, the youngest son of the Roses, and Vicky did their little Liechtensteiner polka. It was quite entertaining. Okay, try Duolingo. Oh, I thought this was German. Okay, Linda says, try the Duolingo app to learn German. It's really, those things they have now are so great. They're just so great to
Is that
have.
what you've been using for your French lessons?
Yeah. I don't think so. I just butcher it. But yeah, Duolingo to learn German, or I guess any language, right, Linda? Is what I'm thinking here. All right. Oh my goodness, they smell good. So she's almost finishing those up. And the ones over in the skillet are steaming away.
Now the next challenge is getting this jar open.
Yeah, now can you do the meatballs without covering them with the...
No.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No,
that
first
jar's
you-
here. I just had red cabbage last week. I'll try it.
You try it.
I'll try this. Okay, first of all, I do this.
You might have to hit it on the floor because the table's plastic.
Keep slipping. My hands are greasy from meatballs. Oh my.
It would be more entertaining if they saw us how we're doing
I don't think it's so. I don't think it'd be entertaining. Anyway, I was telling Marty last week I love red cabbage, and my mom used to fix red cabbage, and it was good. But it's a whole different flavor than it really sauerkraut. And it's used on a lot of their beef dishes in Germany. The dish that I can remember my sister talking about, because Barbara and Mom went over to Germany when Barbara graduated from college, and they had, I can't remember what it's called, but it's raw meat that floats around in vinegar and cucumber. And they don't cook it at all. It's just the raw little meatballs, only they make them much smaller than this. And they put them in there, and it's cucumber and onions and vinegar, and then they would eat the red cabbage. Did you break the jar?
No, I didn't break the jar. I'm breaking the seal on
Oh, okay.
the lid.
We may or may not.
We're gonna have it. You don't realize. I mean, there is a will, there's a way.
Now that is the truth.
I should
And
have.
you prove that every day.
Yeah. Some things don't turn out quite so well.
All right.
Come on.
Is it gonna open now?
I will be right back. I'm getting the screwdriver.
Oh my gosh, I don't want her to get the screwdriver. I'm gonna try to open it.
Good luck. I'll be right back. Stand in front of the camera so
Ah.
they can see you.
I don't want him to see me struggling
Yes,
with
because otherwise it's
struggling with this red cabbage. What if I open it up and it goes all over everything? Well, I can tell you this thing. My hands are too slick. We need one of those rubber things. Not good. Not good at all. Where she's getting the screwdriver, I do not know. But I'm flipping some meatballs here. Because they're still cooking.
I am coming to save the day.
Oh, she's coming to save the day now.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Oh my goodness, these smell good.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, here, I'm leaving before she covers. Oh my gosh, she's got a hammer. I'm saving the meatballs. I don't know what you think you're doing. I thought you already did the seal.
I didn't do it enough. Ha-ha. Ha-ha.
Oh my
Success.
gosh. Okay, now you can have the meatballs back.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, that was exciting.
That was exciting.
Oh,
Ah!
I should have worked on that ahead
Oh
of time.
God.
But I was so
We are
busy.
funny.
I was so busy doing those darn Christmas sweaters. Oh, and I did the bulletin already for Sunday.
Okay, we're set there.
Whoops.
Well, you did it because, of course, I did it in all of my speediness.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Ooh, man, something. Is that garlic or just onion that I smell?
Probably garlic too.
Oh, it smells good.
All right, now we just take and pour this all in there.
And that is a ton of red cabbage.
It says a 32-ounce jar.
Yeah, so
This
that's
is
2
24.
pounds.
This is 24.
Oh,
I thought that was. A
I think
little
that's
overkill.
plenty. Yeah, that'll be plenty. Okay,
Oh,
let me
wow.
check and see. Anybody else have a German saying?
Oh wow.
Oh ja, das ist die Liechtensteiner Polka, mein Schatz. Polka, mein Schatz, mein Schatz.
Okay.
There you go. You got to hear a verse of the Liechtensteiner Polka.
Well, they should have seen the dance you were doing to go with it.
I wasn't doing a dance.
Huh.
She's fibbing.
Oh.
She's fibbing. Oh, don't they look cute on that purple cabbage?
Yeah.
Or red cabbage is called, but looks
Yeah.
purple to me.
Okay. We're getting there.
I wonder if someone just tuning in wonders why a hammer and why a hammer and screwdriver are on our cooking show.
Well, some days people just don't behave around here.
Oh goodness! I'm gonna let you finish that. I'm gonna go over here, get us our plates,
Oh, yes. And then I
and set us up.
Yes, yes. That's so good.
And get us our water.
Mm. These meatballs are so delicious.
Are you testing again?
Uh-huh.
They're
They're
not
really
supposed
good.
to.
Oh, it's really good. Mm.
Yeesh.
Okay. Now I just have to find our lid. Oh, I see it. I actually put it in a place I could find it. Okay, now I am going to add just a little bit of white wine to make this have enough liquid.
Okay. I'm watching her. She cannot put it in the meatballs. A little white wine, red cabbage, and German meatballs.
I think this is more French wine than German though.
Yeah, that's okay.
Chardonnay. All right, now I will put the lid on, our fancy lid, and I'll reduce the heat down to a simmer. All right, now I will warm up our mashed potatoes, and I'm grabbing our menu item today. Should wash these sooner.
Oh.
Okay, and there is our pan done where I overcooked them, but they're still edible.
They're still available.
Well,
Of course, I've got plates here. Do you want the plastic
Yeah.
ones? Okay.
yeah, we'll use
I'll put these
plastic.
up.
We'll be economical.
All right.
All right.
Oh, I see. The kraut got burned.
Yeah, well,
But that's
some,
okay.
some did.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the wine I poured in there to get enough moisture.
I gotcha.
probably.
I gotcha.
That probably really burned.
Oh, wow. Does it smell good? Look at you. Eating out of the jar.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Let me get the mashed
Well,
potato.
I love eating German dishes, and the only thing I never liked was Mom's relatives in Germany would
Blood
always
sausage?
send us these big tins. Hold on, these big tins of cookies, and the way they kept them fresh was had fish food on the bottom. That's how they stayed. Because they had kind of a crusty icing on top, and then they put the fish food on the bottom, and that kept your cookies for a long time. But I never got a flavor for fish food.
You never did.
No.
Well, does that explain why you eat fish when if you catch them now?
Well, I'm not a real fish. I love to catch fish. I'm not a real fish eater. I love
What?
crappie, and when we went and fished in Canada, I loved walleye. But I'm not a real fish eater. I could fish all day, and it's just the challenge of the fishing. Boy, that thing's really boiling away.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down some more.
Oh, are you guys getting Lebkuchen? That's it, Vicky. Lebkuchen. That was the kind of cookies they used to send. They had the fish food on the bottom.
Oh, it just
Lebkuchen.
sounds like there's a lot
Okay.
going
All
on.
right.
Oops.
We're gonna here. Let me take your plate, and I'm gonna have you turn
Oh,
around
yes.
the.
I will turn around as soon as I get these.
Yes.
Okay, that should be fine now.
We've had so much dead air lately. If you guys want to send in videos that we can show on a screen when it's dead air, feel free to do so.
Okay, get situated as we take the tour of the area. Touring.
Okay, keep it going.
Oh, that's right.
Keep going.
Whoa,
There.
wait a minute.
Keep going.
No,
I can lose my right shoulder.
You could lose your head too if I don't watch it.
That way you can be. I think I'm going to take off my hat. I worked too hard today. Those meatballs, turning those meatballs was hard work.
Oh,
Making
yes.
those meatballs was hard work.
Let's get past the.
Okay, so let me tell you, since we are running a little late today, and of course I'll open with prayer, but then while we're eating, if you guys can, hi Aaron, Aaron's watching.
Oh, good.
If you guys can send up any prayers you want to, put them on chat, and all of you will see them, and I will then also say them aloud. So while we're eating, and after I say a prayer before we start eating, if you have prayers you want to send in, if you have a joke you want to send in, if you have a good, just something that you want to share, put that on there. You know, because to me, prayers are, it's not just this thing where you do and you have to bow your head and fold your hands. Prayers off our hearts can be just the words we say to one another. Okay,
there
it
comes back.
reconnected. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna say a prayer. We're gonna start eating, and I'm turning it over to you all to share some things with us today as we continue to go through this pandemic. All gracious and loving God, we ask that you pour out your Spirit on this place. We ask that you continue to bring joy to people in this time that we try to do our cooking show, and of course Marty does so well. But it's just that time where we can get together. We can forget maybe a little bit about what's going on in the wider world as we focus on just the joy of watching some good food be cooked and then sharing it with our families. So bless Marty, bless all those who are watching, and keep us safe as we continue to go through this pandemic. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Liebkuchen. I forgot what the name of that cookie was. Oh, we used to get them, oh my goodness, around Christmas time, these huge tins. You know how, I know some people like fruitcake, but this was like getting a whole tin full of 24 fruitcakes. And I think Mom liked them. I had fun peeling off the back of them that were made of the flour and water, which looked like fish food.
I think Dave Schindler, makes German cookies at Christmas time.
Yes, I think he does. I think I remember. But yeah, that was always funny to see those arrive in the mail. You all, this is great. And you're going to have to talk amongst yourselves for a while, because this is too good to stop eating. Oh man, that is so good.
No, you like the fresh one even better.
Well, I like this. I'm kind of a crispy critter. I like stuff crispy. That's a good meatball, but that's Italian. So I just need to say, Guten something. It's good in German. Good.
Yeah, they're so nice and tender, and
They're really tasty.
there really isn't much
And
in there.
I like the old kind of kraut too. I tell you, it's so weird. When we went over to Germany, it's strange when you go to a culture that, you know, half of my DNA is from, because I would see so many people that would remind me of Mom or my uncles. There's just a look that comes with a culture, and you could feel it when you were over there. Felt like I knew everybody. It is so good. Well, either you all are eating or you don't have anything to say. I've never known this group not to have anything to share.
Maybe we put them to sleep.
I know. They
There we go.
probably were afraid when you started opening the.
Oh, you mean with the
Jar of-
screwdriver and a hammer?
Yes.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it did.
Had to go check on the meatballs. They're looking good.
Well, these are great. Again, another fine recipe.
Working on next week's recipe. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. She's gonna surprise us next week. That is so good.
Well, I thought, since this was October and Oktoberfest, then I found out that Oktoberfest was only the first week of October. So
That's okay.
I figured,
We carried it on. ramen is yummy. Come on, somebody, throw out a clean joke or something. That's what I need to hear. Give us a joke. Give us a riddle.
A riddle?
Yeah.
No, we can't figure those things out.
Well, I think we could.
Mm.
I think we definitely could figure it out.
Oh.
What's on your heart? What's on your mind? Do you wanna share a laugh or do you wanna share a concern? I'm handing it over.
Let's see, you talked to Liz today.
Liz is doing well. She's in rehab. And she was getting ready to be picked up and swished off to the rehab place. She said yesterday the morning rehab was really tiring for her, so she was, knew that she'd done a little too much for her hip. I've also talked to Susan Schindler, and Dave's doing great. In fact, they just got back from rehab when I called, and they said he's doing wonderfully. And his, like he said, his leg, it's not the same kind of hurt that having this knee surgery has a whole different kind of feel to it, and it's not near the kind of pain he was in before. So that's always a positive thing. So, and I'm sure so many of you are still checking up on people and checking in, because that's so important.
Well, and I emailed out the new directory, updated to everybody, so
Yes.
they got that.
Yes.
Wait a second, well, I did email that.
Well, yeah, you did.
We sure remembered that I did do that.
However, I've got to tell you, she threw me off when she brought my copy of the directory in.
You
I
go
should
get it.
go get it.
I'll go get it.
Okay. She brought my copy of the directory in and told me that she had sent this off to everybody. So it had the most updated numbers and the most updated email addresses, and I was just so happy. Okay. Vicky's coming. You're on a roll, Vicky. What do dentists call their x-rays? And all of you who are seeing the chat, it's toothpicks. That's pretty funny. What do dentists call their x-rays? Toothpicks. That's hilarious. Okay. So anyway, she brings this directory in that I think is the one that she sent out to everybody. I guess she's having a hard time finding it. It's taking her a while. Oh, I heard the door close, so she must have found it. Did you find it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then I say, oh, you didn't send this out to everybody, did you? And she said, she admits that she didn't. But this is what she gives me. And you remember when I played the Viking with the kids' message a couple weeks ago? And she had taken a picture of me with my Viking horns on. So this is what she said she sent out to everybody. Me in my Viking horns. Oh, that would have been a scary, scary thing. I'm sure if you guys had received that.
There's a few of those out there.
Well, they better not be too many of them out there. Jamie Elder sent an attachment. Is it a recipe?
Oh,
Who's this? John and I are not gonna lie, this is a hard post to write. I don't know, maybe she wants us to read it afterwards, I don't know. What
What's
it is.
Karen?
It's her daughter and grandson and her daughter's
yeah,
husband.
yeah.
Anyway,
It's a neat picture.
yes, it is a good picture. So anyway, if you got one of these, which I was assured, I'm hoping she only made one because I know she made one for herself.
I made 3 for me,
Well, no one needs
and
3
then I made one for
directors,
another
but
person.
there you go. That's kind of a sad statement. You were gone when I read Vicky's riddle, Don't look at it. Don't look at the riddle.
I won't.
Okay. What do dentists call their x-rays?
What do dentists call their x-rays?
Toothpicks. You get it.
I got it.
Pictures
I'm
of
trying to get
teeth.
rid of it.
I love it. I love it. Oh, goodness. I tell you all, it's another beautiful day. I know next week is supposed to be a little colder. I think we go back to warm tomorrow, and then it's going to be cold again. So make sure you get out while you can. It's a beautiful, beautiful day today, and we've had so many of them. So we've been very, very fortunate. And I just want to, she's got some apple stuff here
I made it.
that she made. Apple stuff. It's kind of like a chunky applesauce, but it looks like it's got some goodies in it. Anyhow, I just want for you to all be safe and know that you are being prayed for every day by people in this church that are holding everybody up. All our people who come online, we lift prayers for you, and I'm just praying that numbers will start going down, and there will be a time again where we can come together, of course practicing all the safety guides and everything. So everybody stay well, know that you are loved, and know that good food makes everything better. And so eat some of this good food, share whatever you would like to share in a recipe. If you'd like to share a recipe, send it in, because Marty, I think, is going to start working on our recipe book. So if you want one to share, even if we don't, haven't cooked it or haven't put it online, share your recipes. I bet you there's a bunch of good cooks out there. I know for a fact, my sister Vicky, this is what she's been doing during this pandemic, and darn, she has come up with some great dishes, and Terry and I have been the recipients of it. So just send something into us that you think you'd like to put in our recipe book, Chat, Cook, and Pray. Have a great day. We love you. Oh, what? Oh, Chat, Cook, and Pray. Oh, we gotta sing your way out. We gotta kazoo you out. Chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, pray, amen. Love you.
See you next
Bye.
week.
See you next week.